Hi, Lorraine.
Do I get one or not? I need.
For you. Please stay with your adults.
Where's Annie? Where's Annie? Where's
Oh yeah.
all right. All right, get ready, At this time, we would like to invite a community member to come and speak on behalf of the Chinese Progressive Association.
Good morning, afternoon, everyone. How are we feeling today? Thank you so much for coming out here today. My name is Kim, and I'm the youth coordinator at Chinese Progressive Association. Our youth at the Chinese Progressive Association have been working to try to get a library in Chinatown for the past 10 years. Chinatown hasn't had a library for almost 60 years. It was torn down in the 1950s to make way to build this highway that we see here. And it was never brought back to the community. So thank you so much for coming out and showing your support in helping our community get a library.
Alright, we're going to head on out. We're going to walk to the park. Frederick Douglass and the banner are leading the way, so we need our banner up front. We need Frederick Douglass up front. That's okay, Marvin, thank you. Sorry, why? Hey, Annie, make sure that I don't know where Mr. Lumsford. From Mr. Lumpson, at any moment we're going to start marching. Millions from top, leave a Chinatown, no library. Justice! When you want it now! When we want justice! When we want it now! Alright, let's do it again! Justice!
see your sign? Your sign? All right.
Let Frederick Douglass up front, Freddie D. What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? You good? right behind him. Hey, Marvin and Isaiah, don't need a break.
Watch out.
We're marching to raise awareness. Aliens are calling. We will Chinatown.
Back behind the sign, please.
They wanted to go right in, huh?
Yeah, they did. Y'all were ready to go inside, huh? Can't stop them.
So here's what I wonder. Wanted to go right by the stairs? The stairs get behind us. I'm just telling
All right, please line up, please. Only me. Please line up right here where I'm standing, please. Tracy. Follow me, please.
I'm sorry. I know.
Do that now, facing that way. Watch that behind you. Stop moving your body, stop walking, and start turning that way. Face that way.
Can I stop?
Yeah, you do.
We can!
Yes, face that way. You can come right here.
Yeah.
Can we have the co-keys standing where I am right now, please? Co-keys, co-keys.
He's over here. Come on, guys.
Co-keys. Back there, come.
I'm a little confused about the U. It's right here, right?
Yep, right here. This is the U.
Your class? Listen. Listen. Have to make sure you're here.
So that's the front where disparities, right? Okay. Come on, line up. 2 lines. One. Right here in the line. Up, right here behind. Right, face that way. Face that.
Tammy, where do you want me to do?
Oh, so Lucky, come on, behind line.
Justin!
This is our winner right here. Yeah. 1 Z, 2 R's, right? P-I-Z-A-R-R.
And with the white No, just Chinese Progressive Association. Look at yours right here. And so we did a tour with them, and they found out Chinatown didn't have a library. So when they heard that, they thought, they didn't think that was fair, and they wanted to do something to help bring a library back to Chinatown after they learned about the history, about how the library was torn down to build the highway for the community, and it was never rebuilt. So they organized this march from Chinatown to City Hall to help advocate for bringing library services back to Chinatown, and they want to make sure that the city tries to do something to help the Chinatown community, because they understand how much a library means to young people like themselves.
Co-keys, please pass the signs to an adult nearby.
So that we can do it with our hands free.
Pass the
Take a
signs
sign.
to an adult behind you.
Pass it to any adult that wants to take a sign.
We want to bring back permanent library service to Chinatown. We want all the children of Boston have access to books.
Now we have our PSAs. Thank you, intro folks. PSAs, support Nevaeh, Kayla.
Do you have your small one? My arm's done. No? Okay. API has it. Tell Mayor read better and not read too fast and not get confused with words. I like books by the author Mo Williams. The problem is that Chinatown is the only neighborhood with no library. Mayor wants to tell the builders to build a new library in Chinatown so the kids in Chinatown have access to books.
Woo! Yeah!
That's the sound of Chinatown without a library. Hi, my name is Shannon, and I'm a person that loves reading a book called Frederick Douglass, A Noble Life. Frederick believed that reading was the key to freedom, and he set up a secret Sunday school for slaves.
You got it, Shannon. Go for it, buddy.
Chinatown needs a library. Chinatown needs a library. They need a library because if people in Chinatown can't read, how can they learn? Chinatown needs our help. It needs to be fair. We want justice. It's not fair that coffee gets millions of dollars. Please donate for Chinatown's library. For more information, go to www.cpaboston.org. Please start our petition. Please support now. Why does Chinatown have no library? I can't take looking at people with no library in Chinatown. It's been 60 years with no library. Only you have the power to help get a library in Chinatown. For more information, go to www.cpa.org or sign our petition at www.change.org/petition/Chinatown Library. If you watch your child every night, by the time your child is 5, you have read 900 hours. Hey, my name is Donald Zapata. My mom is, I am in Boyer, and I am in 2nd grade. So, my mom visits me every night. So, not a lot of parents visit their child every night. One reason is if you visit your child every night, they can become smart. Another reason is if you visit your child every night, they can learn. In addition, if you visit your child, they might visit their child. For more information, go to go to the Reading is Fundamental at www.rif.org.
Is Mariana here?
No.
Listen. No, let's start up. Kamani, let's get a beat.
Wrong.
All right, a beat?
Yeah.
That's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
We're gonna be leaving soon.
Yeah. What do we want?
Justice! When you want it now! What do you want? Justice! When you want it now! Books, access Spanish! We're marching to raise awareness! Books, access Spanish! We're marching to raise awareness! Millions for complete but Chinatown! No library! Millions for complete but Chinatown! No library! What do you want? Justice! When you want it now! What do you want? Justice! When you want it now! Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sound? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sound? Don't you know we're talking about a revolution sound?
love this. You know, I used to be the principal of the Quincy School. Yes. And I really miss having all the children, the voices. But it is I'm so impressed and proud of you for being out here to help the children of Chinatown to get a library. And you already learned that why we don't have a library. Who can tell me why we don't have a library? Yes.
Because they broke Chinatown's library down to build a highway.
You know, a lot of adults don't even know that. Ray, did you want to say something?
I want to say something.
It's different? Okay.
They had to break down houses to build the highway just to put those houses back. They had to break down the library.
You know, there's so many people, and the people who make policy sometimes forget that. It's been 60 years. 60 years that we don't have a library because they torn it down to make way for the highway, they said, to benefit so many people. But what about the children and the students who live in the community that want access? And you are just doing the right thing in honor of Martin Luther King's memory.
Yay!
That you are out here to raise awareness so other people would learn that just because you have something, it doesn't mean that everybody else have it too. So good for you for being out here to help Chinatown. I'm so proud of you. And we need to get more children to understand that. Thank you so much for being here.
We'd now like to give Councillor Wu, Michelle Wu, a chance to speak to all of us. Councillor Wu, as you guys know, is a representative of the Boston City Government. So Councillor Wu, can you please come up?
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Ms. Wu.
I want to welcome you all to City Hall Plaza and thank you so much for coming here today. I want to thank your teachers for helping to organize this and all of you for putting so much hard work in reaching out to your government and your elected officials and your community leaders to express your voice and what you think is important. That is so incredible that you're taking the time to do that, and I hope you always remember to do that on everything that matters, because we need young people to get involved. I want to thank Ms. Ariana. Where did she go? For passing out some of these flyers. It looks great, and there's a lot of great information. And I want to let you all know that I think this cause of a Chinatown library is extremely, extremely important. What do we do in libraries? What do we do in libraries? To help us learn.
We read books to help us learn. Great. What else do we do in libraries?
You can go on computers and do work on it.
Exactly. So it's not just about books. It's about using the computers. What else can we do in libraries?
When you read books, you can have a smarter life.
Great. Okay, one more.
Well, I used to relax and it's not that loud.
Exactly. So you've heard from a lot of your friends that it's not just about having books. It's not about just getting access to those materials. It's about having a safe space, a community space that everybody can use and enjoy. And I want to thank you all for taking the time to advocate for one in Chinatown. I actually still have my library card from when Chinatown had a model library for a short period of time, a few years, last year I believe it was. There was a community space that a lot of volunteers worked very hard to put together to show that it was a space that the community could use. So we need to...
Remember the book room that we went to when we visited?
Yeah!
Councillor Wu still has her library card from that book room.
So I want to work with all of you in getting these ideas together and seeing how we can really push to have a Chinatown library. I want to invite you all back into City Hall, where we can meet in our office, talk about the future more, and we can talk about the plans for how to make this happen. And I
I want to thank you again so much for coming here today.
Thank you.
One more speaker.
So, Councilor Wu, we have a very important job for you. This is a big, very, very important job. We have here the petition. We have all of the signatures of the petition that over 1,000 people from Boston, from Massachusetts, and across the country. We'd like to hand deliver this to you so you can give to our mayor, Marty Walsh. Is that possible? Excellent.
And I just want to add that I will accept this on behalf of all my colleagues on the City Council as well. I know we have representatives from Councilor Yancey's office here with us, from Councilor Bill Linehan's office here with us. I know Councilor Ayanna Presley's office was planning on being here as well. I think she might be caught up in another event right now, and many of our other colleagues are very interested and looking forward to being involved as well. So thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, we have another few speakers.
So I'd like to introduce Sonia. Sonia graduated from Young Achievers.
Good afternoon, Young Achievers. My name is Sonia. I'm a graduate of Young Achievers and a former intern at Chinese Youth Initiative. Thank you so much for coming out today. It really means a lot to me, seeing as both CYI and YA are a big part of my past. And it really means a lot that you have all taken an active approach with all that you've learned about libraries. Using your knowledge to make things happen like this march, that's called being an activist. And just by being out here today, you guys are all activists. I'd like to take this moment to ask you guys why libraries are important. Does anyone have any idea? Yeah? Do you want to say something?
Libraries are important because libraries are good for you because they always have a lot of books.
Right, a lot of books and a lot of resources, right?
Libraries are good for you because you can like search up things and stuff, and they have a lot of things that you can learn.
Right, so a lot of databases, a lot of positive learning environment, right? And
libraries are important because they help you get smarter.
right, they do. Yeah.
Libraries are important because they help you learn.
They do help you learn. Sorry. So why is it you guys think that Chinatown is the only neighborhood in Boston without a library? Yeah?
Because we went to like places and there was no, and there were libraries, but in Chinatown there's not a library.
Right, so Chinatown doesn't have as many resources as other neighborhoods. Do you guys think that's fair?
No.
No, it's not fair, right? And a big part of being an activist is, hey, can everyone listen a little closer?
Sonia, we'll use this one. It's louder.
Yes.
It's heavier too.
Okay. Is there a button on this?
Yeah, press the button. Is that it?
I know. Yep. Okay. A big part of being. Hello?
Try that. Okay.
This one?
Okay.
You have to stay holding on to the button.
Hello.
What we decide?
We have another one.
Hello.
That one works.
Okay, you're gonna hold on to. It's kind of heavy.
Okay.
Kaden, keep this.
All right. Thank you. Hello. A big part of being an activist is making unequal things equal again, right? Yeah. Right. And this is called social justice. But you guys know that, right? Yeah. Okay. So what we need right now most to achieve social justice is support from the city government. And by marching, we're showing our city government that we care that Chinatown doesn't have a library. And when people show that they care, that means that the city government has to listen. So that's what you guys are doing here right now. By being activists, you guys are making the city government listen to what we need. And right now there is a piece of land called Parcel 24 in Chinatown, and that's where we want to put our library. And by being here, you guys are supporting that. So thank you for being activists, and thank you for showing that you care.
Great. Thank you, Sonia, so much for speaking today, and we're going to invite a community member from Chinatown, Mr. Yi. Mr. Yi is the co-chair of the Chinatown Residents Association, and he's been involved in the fight to get a library in Chinatown for many, many years.
No, not really. Please put your PSAs away for.
Hello， 大家好，我係華埠居民會嘅共同主席余士昂兄姨。
So what he said was, "Hi, everyone. My name is Henry Yi, and I'm the president of the Chinatown Residents Association."
我哋咧Chinatown咧以前咧係有個圖書館嘅，因為政府已經取消咗，依家經過咁耐咧，我哋應當要求政府俾翻個圖書館喺我哋Chinatown。
So as you guys know, Chinatown has not had a library for a long, long time, and the government should definitely play a role in bringing back what every community should have.
因為圖書館啊，係對於學生係好重要嘅，有所有嗰啲常識知識咧喺啲圖書館嗰啲 book 嗰度有晒喺度。如果有個圖書館咧，嗰啲學生咧有啲嘢唔明白咧，可以去圖書館嗰度攞嗰啲 book 嚟研究，對啲學生好大嘅幫助。
Libraries are very important for every student because when you go to a library, there's all the different books that teaches you many different things with different lessons, and just if you don't understand something, you can go to a library. So having a library is very beneficial for any student.
我再次要求政府早日盡快整翻個圖書館喺我哋Chinatown。Thank you very much.
So he pleads that the government would please play a role in bringing back library services to Chinatown. Thank you.
Thank you.